A city's rhythm can be measured by its movement, and in Skopje, North Macedonia's capital, the pattern of public transportation revealed much about urban life, history, and development. From the buses to taxis, informal vans to long-term infrastructure plans, Skopje's transport system reflects the evolving challenges and aspirations of a dynamic Balkan city. Public buses remain the primary mode of transit for Skopje's nearly 600,000 residents, serving as a vital link between the city center and the surrounding neighborhoods. Operated by the Public Transport Company Skopje, or JSP, the bus network covers more than 80 routes and operates over 300 buses daily. One of the most iconic aspects of Skopje's transit system is the presence of double-decker red buses, introduced in 2011 as part of the Skopje 2014 initiative. Modeled after London's famous Routemasters, these buses are not only practical, accommodating more passengers, but have become a recognizable symbol of the city. Around 202 of these buses were manufactured in China and assembled locally, aiming to combine aesthetics with function. Most routes operate from 5 a.m. to midnight, with buses arriving every 15 to 20 minutes during peak hours. Bus tickets can be purchased via electronic cards called Skopska cards, which offer convenient pricing, 35 denars, roughly 60 euro cents per ride. Monthly passes are available and widely used by students and commuters, while pensioners and low-income residents benefit from subsidized fares. In addition to JSP-operated buses, Skopje's transport network also includes private operators who run minibuses and supplemental routes. These smaller vehicles are often faster and more flexible than standard city buses, appealing to commuters in outlying districts like Butel, Gyurche Petrov, and Aerodrome. While these minibuses expand access, they also bring challenges. Informal operations can result in inconsistent scheduling, limited passenger safety standards, and competition with JSP routes. The lack of centralized system for real-time coordination and oversight of these private services has led to congestion at major transit hubs like Bitpazar and Transport Center. Skopje's major bus terminals, Transport Center or Central Bus Station, and Avtobuska Stanica serve both local and intercity buses. Transport Center connects urban lines and provides transfers to regional buses, reaching cities like Tetovo, Bitola, and Ohrid, as well as international routes to Belgrade, Sofia, and Athens. However, these hubs are often crowded and lack modern intermodal integration. Despite being geographically central, they do not connect directly with railway or airport systems, resulting in fragmented transit options for long-distance travelers. Plans to modernize Skopje's transport nodes, including constructing park-and-ride facilities and digitizing timetables, remain in discussion but have seen limited implementation. Skopje is served by a railway station built in the late 1980s, linked to regional and international rail networks. However, rail use is minimal. The state rail company has struggled with underfunding, aging infrastructure, and infrequent service. Only a handful of daily trains connect Skopje to cities like Veles and Kumanovo. The train in Thessaloniki in Greece, once a popular cross-border route, has seen disruptions due to infrastructure and political constraints. As of 2024, Skopje's railway system remains underutilized, despite its potential to serve as a green and efficient alternative for regional transport. Taxis are widely available in Skopje, with approximately 2,000 licensed taxis operating across the city. The fare system is regulated, with an average base fare of 50 denars and about 25 denars per kilometer thereafter. While more expensive than buses, taxis offer speed and door-to-door convenience, especially at night when bus services are reduced. Ride-sharing apps like Bolt and Yango have recently entered the market, popular among younger residents and tourists. These platforms offer transparent pricing, improved driver accountability, and contactless payments. However, their spread is still limited to the urban core and upper middle-income districts. Uber doesn't work in Skopje. As car ownership in Skopje has increased, rising from 200 vehicles per 1,000 people in 2000 to over 400 per 1,000 today, traffic congestion has worsened. Main arteries often experience bottlenecks during rush hours. Parking availability is another persistent issue. The city operates several public and private parking zones, color-coded by time limits and pricing. Still, illegal parking and limited enforcement often block sidewalks and bus lanes. A comprehensive traffic management plan, including smart signals and congestion pricing, has yet to be adopted. Skopje's compact layout and relatively flat terrain make it suitable for walking and cycling. The city has approximately 90 kilometers of cycling paths, with major corridors along Vardar River and Park Woman Warrior. Public bike sharing system, Next Bike, was introduced but faced setbacks due to vandalism and low user engagement. Still, cycling events and advocacy groups are working to promote non-motorized mobility as part of a greener future. The pedestrianized Macedonia Street in the city center showcases how walkable public space can enhance urban life. Transportation contributes significantly to Skopje's air pollution, especially during winter months. Diesel buses and high rates of older vehicles on the road contribute to elevated levels of PM10 and PM2.5 particles. In 2023, Skopje recorded an average of 70 days where air quality exceeded WHO recommended limits. Efforts to introduce electric buses and cleaner fuels have been proposed. Pilot programs with a few electric buses began in 2022, and Skopje has received funding from the EU and the World Bank to invest in sustainable transit solutions. However, large-scale electrification of the fleet remains a long-term goal. Skopje International Airport, located 23 kilometers southeast of the city, is connected via shuttle buses operated by Vardar Express, which run every 2 hours. While convenient, the absence of a direct rail or metro to link to the airport presents a gap in integrated mobility. Around 2.6 million passengers traveled through the airport in 2023, reflecting Skopje's growing regional role. Skopje's current urban planning strategy includes proposals for bus rapid transit system, a major leap in public transportation infrastructure. With funding from international partners, the BRT aims to introduce dedicated lanes, smart ticketing, and fast connections between dense residential zones like Karposh, Aerodrome, and Centaur. Construction is set to begin in 2025, with completion expected by 2028. This project is envisioned to serve 60,000 passengers per day, significantly improving travel times and reducing car dependency. Alongside the BRT, Skopje's municipal government has also announced plans to green public transport, promote shared mobility, and increase pedestrian-friendly zones. Public transport in Skopje has gone through several evolutions. In the early 20th century, horse-drawn carriages dominated urban travel, later replaced by trams in 1926, which operated until the World War II. Buses became dominant in the socialist Yugoslav era, when the city saw rapid urbanization. Following the 1963 earthquake, Skopje's reconstruction emphasized wide boulevards and zoning principles, which helped accommodate public buses but also encouraged private car use. The lack of a subway or tram system has remained a missing piece in the city's mobility puzzle. Skopje today stands at a crossroads. With rising population demands, environmental pressure, and changing commuter habits, its public transportation system is both a mirror and a motor of urban life. There is wide recognition that improving connectivity, sustainability, and accessibility must be a part of the city's path forward. As infrastructure investments take shape, there is also a growing push for public engagement. Local forums, digital apps for route planning, and collaborations with universities are helping align transport planning with citizen needs. Skopje's mobility future will likely depend not just on buses or roads, but on how well the city listens to its people and embraces inclusive growth. From the bustle of Macedonia Square to the quiet suburbs near Mount Vondo, movement defines how people live, work, and connect. And in Skopje, every bus route, bike lane, and footpath adds to the complex, ever-evolving story of the city. Public transport is not just getting from point A to point B. It's about shaping the character of places we call home. In Skopje, the journey is still unfolding, one route at a time.